Hello and welcome. My name is Melissa Byrka with Byrka Yoga and Fitness. Today's class is going to be short and sweet and simply focused on making our feet feel really good. All you're going to need today is possibly a cushion, or if you have a blanket, that would work wonderful. We're going to get started in a seated position. So this would be a good place to use that cushion. I'm going to use it for a little bit of height under my hips. And then allow the soles of those feet to come together, knees out to the side. So the first pose we're going to do, we're going to take our fingers and we're going to weave them through our toes. So if you've never done this before, it's either going to feel really good or it's going to be really uncomfortable. You're going to take each finger through each space of your toes. And if it's too uncomfortable, you don't have to do all 5 fingers. You could do a couple between the big toe, second toe, and just work your way from there. See what feels good and what you can tolerate. All right, now let's do a couple exercises with the fingers and toes. Squeezing the toes like you're clenching your feet, and then release. Okay, we'll do that 2 more times. Nice big squeeze. You want to squeeze the insides of your toes, squeeze them towards the inside of your feet. And essentially you can release. We're just trying to activate and strengthen those little muscles within your toes because they start to atrophy as we get older and we start to lose our balance and stability, which is so important. So we're going to just do little circles, little motions in the feet now. And then let's switch directions. Good. Okay, let's release the fingers. You'll start to feel a rush of circulation back into those toes. We're going to take that, if you have a prop underneath your bum, just place that out to the side. Keep the soles of the feet together and place your hands on your feet, thumbs on the soles of your feet, like you're holding a book. Find your tailbone and begin to lengthen your spine up all the way through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in, and as you pull on your feet, pull your chest forward. And as you exhale, round your spine. So we're starting to move into this cat-cow-like stretch, into spinal extension, spinal flexion. Taking a deep breath in as you lift your chest, looking up. Exhaling as you round the spine, tuck the chin to your chest. Good, let's do 2 more. Full breath in. Exhale. Last one. Find a neutral spine. We're going to start to hinge from the waist, allowing our chest to come down towards the feet. Once you find your edge with a flat back, you're going to use your elbows to gently push your knees down if that's available. And we're going to start to massage the feet here. So using your thumbs to gently press into the soles of the feet. I'm starting from my heels and gently rubbing to the top, to the balls of the feet. And just creating some circulation into that fascial tissue. That fascial tissue is a type of connective tissue that can start to become a bit adhesive, gets what we could say tight and restrictive. And then that's when we start to get painful sensations. In the past year, I've experienced that where I wake up first thing in the morning, I step out of bed, and it hurts. You know, there's pain and I have to shake it off after a minute or so. And that's because of the fascia. And I believe, I'm recording this near the end of 2020, it's because I'm not getting out of the house as much and I'm staying home a lot more. I'm not walking nearly as much as I used to. And I believe that's creating that tightness in my feet. So it can kind of go both ways. We can use and abuse, and if you're on your feet all day, you'll get that same painful sensation when you first wake up, or if you don't use it enough. So it's really important to take that time to give yourself some love. A little self-massage at the end of the day for a few minutes definitely makes a huge difference. All right. So from here, we're going to come on up, straight spine, cross the feet, pull the feet towards your bum, and shift onto your knees. I'm going to turn to the side here so you guys can see me, but we're going to take the toes, tuck them under, and sit back. I'm going to reach back, spread my toes out as much as I can. Make sure my heels are going straight up and not falling out to the side. And we're going to hang out here. Okay? So we are seated, toes tucked under. And we're going to bring ourselves to a beautiful meditative state if possible. This is one of my favorite places to just sit into, focus on the breath, and observe what's happening. If you're new to this, a lot of things may be coming up, a lot of sensations. Try to stay with it as long as you can. When the pain or sensation becomes unbearable, you can always shift forward, take a rest, and then come back to it. Notice where you're breathing. Move the breath downward into the belly, rising into the rib cage and then chest. And as you exhale, relaxing the shoulders down, let go of any tension. Let's hold this for 2 more breaths, breathing in. Gently exhale. Last one. Beautiful. Shift yourself forward, untuck the toes, and we'll just do that a couple times. Tuck the toes under, untuck. Just start to create some circulation and movement into the feet and toes. Go ahead, you can pedal it out a little bit, just tap, tap, tap on the floor. Good. So the next move, we're going to, again, move into that arch, or the sole of the foot. So I'm going to take my right foot on top of my left foot. And what I'm looking for is that bony top part of my right foot is going to land into the meaty part of the arch of the left. And then sitting back. Okay, lots of different pressure points we can play with here. So you can move the foot around. And you'll notice, oh, okay, that feels a little different. Oh, it's a sweet spot. Oh, that really hurts. You can also move your torso, right? Gauge the weight side to side, front and back. And once again, let's find stillness. Move into the breath. Use the breath to relax the body, letting go of any tension. And a lot is coming up right now. Just remember that it is temporary. It's only going to last a few more seconds. Good. Let's shift our weight forward onto the knees. Tap, tap, tap the feet out, maybe tuck, untuck, and then we'll switch sides. So left foot on top of the right. Again, taking that bony edge of the top of your foot into your arch. Maybe shift side to side. Just find a spot. Breathe downwards into the belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale and relax. Okay. Once again, shifting the weight forward. Tap, tap, tap. Stretch. And release. Okay. So untucking the toes, sitting the hips back, weight onto the heels. If you're noticing any tension, tops of the feet, ankles, or maybe even into the knees, this is a great place where you could take a blanket or a small cushion and sit back onto it. Okay, that should alleviate some of that pressure. Now you can stay here if you're feeling a really good stretch in the front of your shins and feet. If you want to take it further with me, your hands are going to come back and we're going to slowly start to roll onto the feet. Go as far back as you can, coming forward. We'll do that 2 more times, nice and slow. Moving gently through the movement. 1 more time. Good. This time we're going to go back and we're going to hold it. Just go as far back as you can. I like to do little mini rocks here, just still getting some movement, trying to loosen up that fascial connective tissue. Good. Let's shift our weight forward. I'm going to bring my hands forward and tuck my toes under. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart, and we're going to start to push our weight back. So we're on the balls of the feet and then as far back as you can. So I can't quite get my heels on the floor. Oh, there I go. I just had to give it a little bit of a warm up, right? But you may feel like you're going to fall back, right? So just go as far back as you can, shifting forward, knees on the floor. Rock back, rock back, rock back. This is an excellent exercise for ankle mobility. So the next couple exercises are really going to be focused on ankle mobility, which is such an important part of stability in the feet, making sure the whole lower body is healthy. Ooh, 1 more. And then we're going to open the feet a little bit wider. I'm going to turn so you can see me into malasana or yoga squat. So again, if your heels are coming way off the floor, you feel like you're going to fall over, this is a great place to use a prop, right? You could sit on a block or cushion to add a little bit more height, and then you'll feel more balanced, or you could take a blanket underneath your heels. Adding some height under the heels will ease off on the ankles, give you more stability. Wherever you're at, let's find stillness once again. Just for a couple breaths here, sink into your squat. And as you find depth in the hips, find some length within the spine. Take a deep breath in, clear the lungs. Good. We're going to shift left and right now, again, moving into that ankle mobility. So I'm thinking about, as I move left, my knee is going in the same direction as my toes. That shin bone is gliding over my foot bone, that talus bone. And come back to center, shifting our weight to the right. Right? Be mindful here of what's happening in the heels. Do your best to keep your heels rooted down. That way we're ensuring we're getting a stretch into the calf muscles and into that Achilles, which could also be a cause of that restricted ankle mobility. So just keep shifting side to side. Little rocks here again, just keeping movement side to side. Good, okay. We're going to shift forward now and adjust ourselves into our downward facing dog. Take your hands about shoulder distance apart, index finger pointing forward. Let the hips come up. And just start to pedal it out or walk the dog. So bending into one knee as you drop the opposite heel. And you should start to feel really open and good after all that work we just did into the feet and ankles. You may still feel a really big stretch into the calf muscles and hamstrings, but that's perfect. Let's connect with the breath. Steady, fluid breath. Good. Slowly bring your knees down to the floor. Just taking a seat however it feels comfortable for you. One last breath together. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Again, my name is Melissa Byrka with Byrka Yoga and Fitness. Today's class was all about the feet, and I hope your feet are feeling fantastic right now. I know mine are. This is an excellent tool to use. You could use it daily if your feet are hurting quite a bit, or weekly, but definitely something to incorporate to have those strong, healthy feet. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day.